Saturday YouTube, Thursday again, Geeky Guy Comics back with the man with the plan, Tom Malin, and the only man with the oracle knowledge. It's the one and only Perpetual Comics. What's happening, lads? All right?
Nice save. That was a lovely save.
I was like, was the roast this week or was the roast last week? I was like, I wasn't too sure.
The roast was last week, the spit roast is this week.
Yo.
Andy's in the middle.
Just as he likes it.
Story of my life. What's the colour coordination thing going on? Did I not?
Did you
I miss
not
that
get the memo?
No.
Did you not get the memo?
I represent an old school, guys, panels and pints. Remember the good old days in the comic community?
Yeah.
I used to love that show. Whatever happened to
good old days.
Whatever happened to that show? I reckon we should get a petition going to get it back.
Yeah, whatever happened to those guys?
Whatever happened to I don't know. Oh, James is off doing his little gimmicky game cards and getting really popular with doing that and stuff like that. So
it's really strange to say that my friend is now working for Tops.
Yeah,
it's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. So well done to James. Big up.
Yeah, no, he's doing really well. And then you've got Sean, who's still bumping into middle-aged women, wrecking desks, and living the high life.
Living the vida loca.
But we're here with another episode of the Killer Comic Show. We've got MJ Comics. Sorry, I can't watch the live, fellas. Have a great show. No worry, James. As Andy said, you are forgiven this time. Dr. Von Hook, good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Chris Bell, ding dong. We have Dead Man Comic Cover Show. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining. Ed Vick. Ain't seen him in ages. Haven't seen him in ages. Looking forward to meeting up with him pretty soon. Fuzzy Dunlop, all aboard. Yes, for the Killer Comic Show. Toot, toot. Wayne Deacon, what's up, people? We have Yuko Demands Treats. Good evening, killers. Pete just posted a Neighbours board game on his cruise. I'm finally getting through to him. Neighbours. Yes, he did. Hopefully he's Harold Bishop. Love a bit of Harold. There we go. And evening all. Can't stay, but have a good one. Yeah, we will indeed. And here's a question for you, Andy. Who knows what happened to them? I used to love it.
My nose has been broken that many times. I don't know anymore. So
that's it. And there we go. You couldn't afford James now.
True.
Very, very true. Very true. But how have we been, guys? It's Thursday. Another week has flown by already. How are you two? All right.
All good here, mate.
Busy. It's been busy week, but good nonetheless. What about yourself, Charles? We never asked you, Charles. How's you?
I've been busy, just fannying around, pretending I'm busy with work and not doing much.
Doing a lot of reviews, I see.
Yes, yeah, and when I'm meant to be working, don't tell the boss. Oh, hold on, I am the boss. Yeah, I've been getting.
How does it go when you give yourself a pay rise?
I post what I do. I send myself a letter, put it through the post, and when the postman comes, I'm like, Michelle, we got a pay rise, and it's like 50p. And the tax man comes.
I'll take that.
Exactly. Then the tax man comes with his Sith and just thinks, "Fucking, I'll have that as well." So, yeah. But no, I've been enjoying doing the reviews and stuff. So I've got a lot more to do. Hopefully, you guys will follow suit and pull your finger at your asses and start doing something like that as well. Yeah. No.
Nah.
No chance.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
I like my finger where it is.
That's all right. That's fair enough. All good. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing it. I'm going to do some of the videos and then get some like the written ones up on the website and stuff. We have a website. If you lot didn't know already, we have a website, www.thekillercomicshow.com. Head over there and you can watch us again. You can read reviews. You can look at the killer covers. You can put your reviews up there if you want to send it through to us as well. So it's basically the community website. You can kind of post your stuff on there and you can kind of have your 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, if anybody wants to do reviews for the website, let us know. We can get you login details for the website and review to your heart's content.
Yes, indeed. So, talking about killer covers and reviews, as we always do, might as well just jump straight into it so we can see who's going to lose this week. Love that, Tom. Them beats are sick beats. So yes, killer covers August 14th. There's only 3 of us this week, and I bet I'd still come last out of the 4 of us because Peter's on a cruise. Hope it's all going well. All he keeps sending us is Peter Coladas, ice cream shakers, and everything else in that. So You know what it is.
Chili shots.
Chili shots or banana rum punch and whatever it is. But I digress. Killer covers August 14th. Up first is...
Sorry, I picked another female-focused cover this week.
This is shocking. Do you know how much abuse I've had this week from people messaging me saying you need to tell Andy and yourself and Tom and Peter to stop picking attractive covers? It's not on. Not on.
Shocking. This is from one of my favourites, Joshua Middleton. This is Red Sonja, Empire of the Damned, issue number 3 from Dynamite Comics. And this is spectacular. This is the Virgin variant for this. And I think this is worth absolutely every single penny. It's just beautiful. The eyes, the hair, the movement in the hair, and it feels almost like a bit of like an old style oil painting. But there's just so much detail in this cover, and it was a surefire pickup for me.
Have you ever read a Red Sonja?
Yeah. Jenny Frison done a lot of covers for Red Sonja, so that's the reason I picked them up. And you know, it's not going to win awards, but you know, I don't think a lot of people pick up Red Sonja for the story. It has to be the biggest story for Dynamite. That's their like bread and butter, isn't it? Red Sonja. Yeah, I'd say so. They've been doing it for years. Yeah.
Oh, good evening, Martin Simcox. Thank you very much for joining. Hope everyone is well. Andy wins. Enough said. Nothing else to see. As always, cool.
Jamaica West.
There we go. Yeah, that's it. Fuzzy was saying, Red Sonja and Vampire are consistently great covers every single month. Yes, very, very much full of eye candy. Andy, I think you've done very, very well with this one, mate. Very, very well. I think Joshua Middleton, he's awesome. And yeah, this for me is a great cover. Yeah, I'm getting like He-Man vibes from this.
Okay, is it the sword?
Yeah, definitely the sword. Or even actually the sword looks like Thundercats, really.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a bit of a yeah. I think there's loads going on. I think it looks wicked. Good cover, mate. Enough said.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate you.
Thomas.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Yeah, what do you think of the cover, mate?
Sorry, mate. To be fair, I'm trying to answer the chat in trying to get the website, but I can't get the website to work either.
Oh.
So I was trying to sort the website out because Chris Bell had asked for a link. I can't seem to get my link to work either.
Oh.
So has anyone else got the link for the website? Yes, I like this cover, however. I think it's very nice. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of abuse for having women and swords. I mean, what a piece she's holding. Yeah, really nice artwork there, to be fair. Joshua Middleton is a very, very talented artist. It's very Frison-like, I would say, in its composition, which is kind of cool. But I love the shine. I think the shine's a really, really nice effect. I think it looks like, because it's a painting, it's not just a digital, like it's not a digital version of anything. It's an actual painting, which I think is absolutely stunning. So I always love it when people use proper medium to create a cover. So yeah, fair play, Andy. Nice choice.
Chitara, isn't it? It is indeed. There we go. So yes, another Dynamite one there. Red Sonja, Empire of the Damned. Oh, Peter's gone for DC Vampires World War V issue number 1. Steve Beach variant cover. Have you read? Anyone read the DC Vampires? Anyone read it?
I think I read the first one, the first series. Wasn't Green Lantern the biggest shock in that one? Wasn't like the kind of turn?
Yeah. This one isn't actually that bad. I like this, and I actually really, really like this cover. The only thing for me though is that it seems too dark. I wanted to be able to see more of the gold and more of her face and stuff like that. But yeah, it does look a bit too dark. It's kind of got like the 28 Days Later vibes kind of going on. But it is an awesome cover.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, to be fair. It kind of stands out, I think. I think the red in the background and then the shine on the helmet it makes it stand out quite nicely. When Pete put it in the chat and he put DC Vampires World War V Wonder Woman cover, I was like, that doesn't really narrow it down because they've all got Wonder Woman on them.
Yeah.
And it took me a little while to realize that this was Wonder Woman. I think he's done a really good job in making her look like a villainous vampire that you wouldn't expect Wonder Woman to look like.
Yeah.
I actually think this is quite a nice cover, to be fair.
Andy, you're not on mute now, mate.
I was going to say, yeah. For me, it's a little bit cosplay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too artificial for me, and a little bit too dark in areas.
Yeah,
Like,
it's too dark. Yeah.
you know, it's not obvious who it is at first glance. But yeah, it does what it says in the tin. But yeah, I could have been sworn that this is a cosplay cover.
See, I would have preferred DC Vampires being DC Black Label. I think the story could have lended itself a lot more to it being a DC Black Label title, but still good though. Is it cover of the week though? I don't think so. Could this one be cover of the week?
Oh mate, this has got to be cover of the week. Let's be fair. Ivan Teo.
Hold on, this was Peter's pick, wasn't it?
This was Peter's pick. Yeah, this
and
was
then
Peter's
this
pick.
was your pick.
Yeah,
is that right?
I think
Yeah.
there was a little bit of a mistake here. So this is Peter's pick. The last one was mine. Now I've gone for the Ivan Teo Big Time Collectibles, obviously Transformer cover. Because who doesn't like big robots? I mean, I obviously like big, massive robots more than my fair share. But I chose this cover.
That's a different show, Tom.
That's a different show. That's my After Dark OnlyFans show. But yeah, no, I picked this cover because it's something if I saw it on the shelf, or I have seen it on the shelf, that it'd be one of the ones I would definitely go and pick up. It's kind of it stands out quite well. The only thing is he is pointing at his crotch. That was the one thing that did kind of, once I'd seen it, I was like, I can't unsee that. But I do think it's a really cool cover. I like the hip hop variant style stuff. So I thought I'd bring it to the masses, see what you guys thought.
I've literally just put your OnlyFans link, www.tomgetsroboted.com, that you can check that out. I don't know if that takes you to anything. So if anyone wants to click on it.
I was literally going to say, what does that take you to? Should you have checked that first?
I've no idea. But anyway, I like this. The only thing is, hasn't Ivan Teo done a few of these covers before? Didn't he do one for Spider-Man?
Done Miles Morales.
Yes.
In the same, not in the same pose, but the same sort of like where the graffiti and stuff like that behind him.
I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. I really do like it. Yeah, I think it's great. I don't really know what much more to say about it. Like, I think it's great. I really like it. Nice work. Nice work.
It's all right. I mean,
it's cover of the week. This is, mate. Telling you,
Transformers, isn't it? It's
but you're going off what's in the book, not what's on the book.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. I think Fuzzy said it well. It's another Prime cover.
You know, Mike Del Mundo also done a load like this as well.
And is the
sorry
Blaster thing?
Fuzzy said it's another Prime cover. Well, he is the main character. I mean, you wouldn't say that about Batman. Oh, it's another Batman cover.
Touch the nerve, Fuzzy. We'll touch the nerve. Don't diss.
Oh, it's another Jocks cover.
Or Tom goes off in one. You cannot diss Transformers or Tom goes off in one.
Oh, well, you're saying it's another Transformers cover. It's another Prime cover. I've gone for another J. Scott Campbell cover. I've gone for X-Men 2.
Oh, look, it's got an X-Men on it.
This
is another X-Men cover.
The J. Scott Campbell Magic variant. I'm collecting all of these, like you, Tom. I've literally just said to James at Slag Crusaders, put any J. Scott Campbell to come through, just put it on my list and send it. In all fairness,
you beat me to it because this would have been my pick. I actually picked the Virgin variant, and then when I went to look at the dashboard, you'd already picked this one.
Sorry,
so I've gone ahead a little bit and picked the next J. Scott Campbell before you have, I think, or should have. I did mine 2 weeks ago, so if you did yours like today.
But yeah, this I like this. It's very nice.
J. Scott Campbell covers. I love it.
Oh, absolutely, mate.
I like. Then do you know what I like about this? She's got a Zelda sword. She's got the Zelda sword. So yes, nice. I'm loving this one. What do you think about this, guys?
Love it. Have it on order. Have them all on order, just like you from Slag Crusaders. This is great. There's only 4 in the series. Am I right in saying that?
You are correct, mate. And they make up the word X-Men by putting them all together.
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. So Emma Frost is next, I think.
I think there is a 5th one, but it doesn't actually tie in with everything. It's a Magneto cover, but it doesn't tie in with the others.
Okay, cool. Nice.
This is nice. This is a winner chicken dinner. So what we'll do now, we will head over to the community tab in the poll, and we will start the vote now, and we will come back and see who wins at the end of the show. So it was an abysmal week for comics, but we're not getting to that yet. We do. My eyes. Let's crack on. August 14th. Ergh, my eyes up first. Oh Jesus Christ!
So I picked this, and I'm a huge John Tyler Christopher fan. I love John Tyler Christopher's work, and this is effectively a reprint, a second printing of the same cover, but the background has changed. And I put this up as a little bit of a rant because, as much as I love these covers, and I got the first printing, I think this is an absolute cash grab.
Money
It's a cash
grabbing.
grab. It's not
100%.
done very well, to be honest.
No.
Just changing that. The whole premise of this was obviously, the negative space, and this defeats the purpose of it being a kind of a negative space cover. It's just a cover now. That's why I chose this as my eyes. I just getting a bit annoyed with these 1 in 25s.
I was going to say, mate, isn't it completely black, the normal one, like pitch black,
Yeah.
and it's just the bits that you can see? That is really bad that they've done that. Yeah. It's like that one that Peter had last week. I know that we took the mickey out of him, but that was a poster in a book somewhere they just reprinted and changed the colors. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's like John Tyler Christopher's done like second printings before with like the cool space backgrounds and stuff like that. But as far as I remember, they've never been a 1 in 25. And that's my rant on this one. If this was just a regular second printing, then I can see it for the completionist. But you're spending a fortune for this.
But do you know what's annoying on it is that, as you said, like there's going to be people out there that are just going to buy it, go, oh, I've got this one, but I'm going to get the other one because it's by John Tyler Christopher and I need it. I don't even think it's a great cover. But it really isn't. And this isn't like an my eyes because it's horrible. I think it's just a bit of a piss take, really. I think there's nothing special about it at all.
I think the regular price John Tyler Christopher negative space covers, I think I've got to the point where I'm picking them up just for the sake of picking them up. I think a lot of them haven't been great. I think there's the Wolverine one that's coming out quite soon. It's obviously
isn't that a reprint?
That's a reprint of one that he's done before.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one of his most successful ones? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the banana cover, they call it.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was a huge printing of that. So obviously these are good. Well, maybe not 1 in 25, but and the fact that it's an X-Men one as well, so this is going to be printed at the Yazoo for this as well. So just my little rant.
So what is the chat saying? So Eddie saying nice subtle trade dress on it ordered. Rogue and Emma Frost are next. Meaty weapon indeed. Thor Travolta better be here. And we have the
I nearly picked that.
Second print's usually better. The Thanos and Silver Surger.
Yep.
Silver Surger were fantastic second prints. Charlie wins, yellow cover, great perspective, kick-ass weapon winner. It's nearly as bad as the facsimile they started releasing with 1:25 ratios, making it not a facsimile. That's a good point. It doesn't become a facsimile then, does it? It just becomes a normal fucking comic. Ridiculous. And then agreed, Thanos was incredible. So the jaw on her as well is all out. This one.
So I had a quick look through to kind of find and have a look, see if I could find it on my eyes. And I saw this and I was like, I don't actually understand how this has been printed, in all fairness. But then I suppose Keen Spot is not exactly a Marvel or a DC or anything, but I can't understand what's going on in the picture. It's so digitally edited with a little bit of something. I don't really know what's going on. It looks like the poor lad's being shafted by a ghost. I'm not really sure I understand what this book's all about. So I thought I'd bring it to you guys and see what you thought. But I think it's horrible. I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible bit of artwork.
So Francesca Fantini wrote. Yes, it was Steak. So she did Steak with who was it? Mr. Byrne. Brian from was it Scout Comics? Was it Scout?
Yeah.
It was Scout. Which was good. It was enjoyable. David Byrne, that was it. David Byrne, and then she's done this. So her husband or boyfriend, Jonathan Hendrick, has written this, and she has done the art for it. From what I see on what she posted on Facebook, the interior art is much better than the covers that have been done for this book.
I hope so, because she's an actual fact. I mean, Steak was really good, really detailed artwork. I mean, I didn't like the story in the end. It wasn't for me. The artwork was incredible. But this, if this is, I didn't realize it was the same artist because I actually didn't look at the name, to be perfectly honest. I just saw the artwork and thought that is shit. But then I suppose art is subjective at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just, it could be crap to me, but it could be really nice for somebody else to look at. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. Fuzzy said, is that a skeleton? Is it a pedo skeleton? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Who knows? But yeah,
Pedro.
this Pedro. Is it a Pedro skeleton? There we go. But yeah, Can I Scream, Keen Spot? I've not really heard much of them, so I don't really know of them. But yeah, the interior artwork does seem a lot better than the cover, so I will give you that one. So yeah, Can I Scream? Yes, you can, because this cover is shocking.
And that ghost is looking for his keen spot.
And that ghost is looking for his keen spot. He is indeed. But it's only you two that pick covers this week, because I didn't see any worthy of being slagged off.
We do have to, because I almost picked it and I thought Peter would have picked it. We do have to address the John Travolta Thor cover. So there's a cover out at the moment, which is for Thor, and it's the Dazzler covers. They're doing the Dazzler covers across Marvel, and they've basically dressed Thor up as John Travolta on the Rainbow Bridge. It looks horrendous. It's so bad. But yeah, I just thought I'd honorably mention it because obviously it got mentioned in the chat earlier.
Is that this week? What's that called? For Dazzler?
It's a Dazzler cover, but it's for a Thor comic. I can't tell you which one off the top of my head.
I'm gonna have to see this now.
Yeah, I can't remember what Thor. It must be just the Immortal Thor.
Guys, the more I look at this cover, the more I like it. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah. Is that not the same character stake that's on the front cover of this? Is this like a follow-up story to that? I'm wondering. Like, not that it matters about the cover, but the character looks the exact same as some of the stake covers. And I'm just wondering if that's kind of a showing her jumping out of the skeleton, like, you know, is she escaping death?
Yes,
I think it's all right.
Maybe, mate.
I found the cover.
Look at it. Look at that. I nearly picked this because that's horrendous.
Do you know, I quite like that.
I think it's really tacky, but it's good.
I think that's great. What's wrong with that? I think that's amazing. I think that is awesome. That is awesome. That is an awesome cover. I'm picking that. That is great. That is awesome. Yes. But yeah, so it was only you two that picked that. But that's the covers gone. If any of you have got in the chat any horrible covers or good covers that you want to share, whack them up on Instagram, and we'll share them on here. We'll share them on the socials. So this week, week 32 review, which was last week, the two covers and the two comics that won the vote were Ain't No Grave issue number 4 and Venom War issue number 1. Up first, we have Ain't No Grave issue number 4, written by Skottie Young, and the art is by Jorge Corona. This is available now. There's only two covers for this. There's the main cover by Jorge Corona, who is also writing, who is also with Daniel Wynne Johnson doing the art for Transformers. And we have cover B, which is a fantastic 1 in 25 Skottie Young variant. That cover for me is awesome. That Skottie Young cover is blinding. Would you be picking that one up, Andy?
Probably not, because it's a ratio cover, but if I can get it cheap, yeah. I was just actually putting the chat there to see if Fuzzy had ordered it and picked it up.
Yeah, I thought you might have. So, who wants to take this away first? I mean, I'm happy to go first.
Go for it, Charlie.
Okay.
I just got what he was doing there. I forgot about the conversation before we went live. Is he okay?
So yeah, that's my review. I thought it was a good comic. Who's next? Tom?
Yeah, I'll go next.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, Andy, what do you think?
I've just put myself on mute.
No, but in all seriousness, I think Fuzzy or Chris Bell mentioned last week that issue number 4 had no words. Had no words. I might seem stupid here, but it took me 25 minutes to read this comic because the art in it is fantastic. The art in this, in issue number 3, was wicked. Like I've been loving this. I've been reading it, and I can't wait to pick up as a trade paperback. Issue number 3 was blinding. I really enjoyed it, and I like the way that they're doing the flashbacks. Issue number 4, I didn't really understand why there was no words until you get to the last page. But the art did enough to keep me entertained, and I kind of want to know why there was no words in it, if that makes any sense. But the art is fantastic. Skottie Young must have had a well easy week, or whenever he was just writing this, saying, "Yeah, right, George, I'm done here. I'll crack on." But I mean, is this the first ever comic we've reviewed with 3 words in it?
There was a book we did that hadn't got many. I think it might have been Little Monsters.
You may be right. Yeah.
There's one particular character who's a mute, and then the whole issue was about him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree with you, Charlie. I thought, for me, this was a really good issue. I think it gets better and better each issue, this comic series. I thought issue 3 was really strong. And I think each issue has kind of tackled whatever it's tackling slightly different. Like with the gambling in the last issue, and then in this one, it's more about her trying to, use the card to get to death, if you get my drift. But I liked that she's now in the kind of the quiet. I think it's the whole quiet before the storm situation.
Yeah.
So she's now facing down death, and she had to go. You have to kind of, I don't know if you guys know this, but when somebody gets to a point of losing their last breath, they go very, very silent for a very small period of time before they take their last breath. Okay. So I'm assuming that's where Skottie's gone with this. Is that she's gone almost taking that big deep breath. Yeah, and then it's kind of it's the final arc, if you like, final. Well, because I thought it was really good.
This issue is called Depression, so I kind of think you see her just a downward spiral of she can't get out of it and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know if the chat's being sarcastic, but Fuzzy has said, "Ain't No Grave probably my favourite issue with that, even with the lack of words. I've looked at it 4 times during the week. I've done the same thing. I read it over again. Yeah, but look at them panels though. I think the artwork is sublime. The artwork's amazing. Like you can't. I think you really got to take your hat off to George Corona on this one. I think it's I think it's wicked. And then it's probably my favourite work of his real work. I think. No, that's definitely sarcastic.
But doesn't it show how good George is to be able to take Skottie's writing and interpret in such a way that it still tells a story without any words? It's just all done. I mean, Wall-E, the movie Wall-E is very much the similar kind of thing. There's no words in the first arc of it, or first kind of part of that movie, and this is kind of similar to that. There's no words, so you're able to follow the whole thing, even though the story gets a little bit complex in places. You still know what's going on. You still know that she's handed her card in. You know what I mean? It's really good, in my opinion. Andy.
So I hadn't read anything of this since issue number 1. Just completely fell away from it, and I read issue 2, 3, and 4 today, and I think issue 4 might be in my top 5 single issues this year. I think this is a fantastic sort of example of just how much storytelling art can do for a comic. I think there was parts of it where I thought there could have been a little bit more words just to explain some of it. I think the fact that some of it went unexplained made your imagination sort of have to kick in and work that little bit harder. I think what we've seen in this issue was, she's getting close to meeting death, physically and otherwise. And it's kind of like it was showing her life flashing before her eyes. And I don't think we needed more than those 2 or 3 words that we got in that one panel. I think overall, having read the issue 2 to 4, I just why had I not kept up with this? I don't know. I think this will be a great book whenever the 5th issue comes out. And we'll say that a lot of the time when you can read it, over and over again, but this would be the issue that I would come back to. I think, as storytelling goes, and artwork goes, it's probably close to perfect as you'll get.
I was looking through it and going through the art panels, especially one of these, or I think it might have been page 3. There's so much depth in this. I found myself just looking through it and seeing if I'd missed anything, and looking, oh look, he's put this in, he's put that in. It's wicked. It honestly really, really is. And Yeah, Fuzzy, sorry, mate. I thought it was sarcasm. I think it's better than I Hate Fairyland, Twig, Middle West. Do you remember we read the first issue of Twig? And it was
Twig was shit.
it was so bad.
I tried so hard to defend Twig because I thought, oh, this is going to be good, and it was shit.
It was absolutely shit. Chris has said for an instant there, Andy, I thought you were going to say filler. I was ready to board a flight. No, I think it's a sublime comic. I think it's really, really good. And yeah.
Do we think that if you go back and once all the whole series is finished, do we think this is going to be the key issue that you'll go back to and read and go, oh, he actually alludes to that in this issue? Okay, that kind of in that background, it shows you that character, or that little bit happens here in this issue where there's no words. You're like, oh, okay, she actually alluded to what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Potentially,
I absolutely love it.
We could find out in the 5th issue that this is the first 4 issues have been just a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I hate when they do that.
She's always been sort of dead to a certain extent. Or
she already died.
Yeah, she's
already dead.
A complete flashback. But yeah, no, I thought this was awesome. It was great.
Yeah,
yeah,
really good.
It was, and I know the cover you're talking about, Fuzzy. That was wicked. I think Andy, you picked up for cover of the week, didn't you? You know where he's standing, the Skottie one, where he's standing, and all the twigs and all the branches and stuff.
I can't remember.
Do you remember the one?
I don't know. Did he win with it?
Yeah, I think it was this one. I think it was this one. I think I got it right. Was it this one?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I remember Andy picking it. Yeah,
I do recall liking it. Yeah, but I don't know if it won with it.
Yeah, I think that was the.
So it's irrelevant then.
I think that was the exclusive. Yeah, I think that's the one that Fuzzy's talking about. But yeah, awesome, really, really good cover, really, really good comic. So yes, one more issue to go. I can't wait. Going to need to pick this up a trade. 100%. Get the trade in it. It will be wicked. Then we go from that, and then we go to this Venom War issue number 1, written by Al Ewing, art by Carlos Nieto. There's 16 covers. Pick 4 of them. Main cover by Iban Coello. The JTC negative space variant cover. The second printing by David Baldian. And then the Skottie Young variant cover. I'm going to go first on this one. I don't know what I was reading. I don't know if I read it. And I just was going on what you two had said from when we had our chat. I kind of breezed through it, looked at it and thought, I don't know what Marvel are playing out. What are they letting Al Ewing do? In my eyes, I don't think Al Ewing's done anything good for Marvel since the Immortal Hulk. I don't think I honestly don't. I think I like Ram V, but I think Ram V's and Al Ewing's Venom run to come off the back of Donny Cates was a massive ask. I don't think it worked. I don't think Venom, for me, Venom's a character that you either do him properly or you don't do him at all. And I don't think Al Ewing, unfortunately, has done him any credit. I haven't read a Venom comic since issue number 3 of the Ram v Al Ewing film, when it became convoluted, where Al was doing this and Ram v was writing and for Brock, and it just all became confused, and I haven't picked it up from then. And then reading this, I can totally understand why. I don't know if I need to read it again just to put my mind at rest to see if I made a mistake the first time round, but I've picked a wrestling page because I like wrestling. That was it. I didn't really get the story. I didn't really understand it. I kind of just found myself bored. I think I got to about page 14 and it became a real struggle. I don't know what you two think.
Oh, do you want me to go, Andy? Yeah, sure. So I would say I enjoyed bits of it. I thought the wrestling element of it was fun. I thought that was quite cool. I thought the artwork was sublime. I thought all the artwork was really, really nicely put together for like action and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the story was really hard to follow. And as it's a issue 1, and this is supposed to be the Marvel event, and you're supposed to be able to kind of jump in on this, on the kind of main book and be able to stick with it and know what's going on. I hadn't got a fucking Scooby-Doo. Unfortunately, I think, like you said, Charlie, Donny Cates' run on Venom was fantastic. The King in Black fell massively short. And then after that, they brought on Al Ewing and Ram V to take on Venom. And I think they did an okay job with taking them apart and using them as singular characters. But that was the issue straight away off the bat, is that you had two conflicting writing styles doing two conflicting characters. Yeah, it probably sounded cool on paper, but it just didn't work when they tried to bring them back together. And now it's so disjointed. I don't know what Dylan's issue is. I don't know what's going on with Brock. Are they good guys? Are they bad guys? I mean, they tried to make Venom a good guy. I don't think Venom should be a good guy. I think he should be a anti-hero, but more towards the villain side than a good guy. I don't think he should have this good guy element. I did actually, I'll tell you what, though, I did enjoy the Flash Thompson one run when he was kind of in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I quite liked that. I thought that was quite a nice different take on Venom, but that was because he was off-world. When he's on Earth, I think it should be the Venom that we know and love.
Yeah.
I just think this book, unfortunately, fell short for me. I was excited. I thought it'd be really good. I apologize for picking it and people voting for it, but it just fell massively short for me. It just didn't give me what I wanted. I just thought we're going to get a Venom War, all the symbiotes kind of battling it out. You know, it's going to be a little bit like a King in Black, but better. And issue 1, I'm out. I'm tapping out straight away. I just thought the artwork was really good, but other than that, I didn't think it had any other saving grace, really. And I'm sure Andy's going to allude to this, but there was a couple of panels where it just bored the tits off me. So yeah.
I think Fuzzy's hit it on the head. They've killed this symbiote, totally oversaturated the character, and now we're getting Wakanda Venom. Awful.
Yeah.
Andy, are you our saving grace on this comic?
Well, the last comic was in my top 5 issues. I think this is probably my top 5 worst issues. This was shockingly bad. It had no saving grace and any positive elements whatsoever.
Didn't like the artwork.
No, I thought a lot of the artwork was cheesy. I thought the choices that were made in some of the panels were really poor. There was a real, father versus son angle that they could have taken on this, and I think that's what they're trying to do. But they used the pro wrestling slant as a way to convey that, and I just thought it was cheesy the way that it was executed. We get so effectively Venom turns up as a T-shirt in Spider-Man's cupboard. I am saying these words, guys. I'm not making these up. He's a T-shirt in Spider-Man's cupboard, and literally for 4 pages, multiple panels, Spider-Man is talking to a T-shirt. And
this is where we're at.
It's just not done very, very well. For me, there was no saving elements to this book. It was an absolute chore to read, and it was just cheesy. It was convoluted, and it was just a bit of a mess. And I'm all out on this one.
I agree. I'm all out. But I did like the artwork. I mean, I love that panel that's been picked there with all the Venoms on.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I like Iban Coello's artwork, but this, I think the story just for me was just like, it was boring. It was draining.
It was shit.
And I don't even think the art could have saved it. I think, as Andy said, I literally looked at the page and thought, is this the time? Is this what we're in when Marvel are literally thinking, right, what we'll do, we'll cover 3 or 4 pages with Venom as a T-shirt in Spider-Man's cupboard, and then we'll get the views on it because we've mentioned Spider-Man and we've got Venom, and then we'll put a panel at the end where it's both eyes that you're seeing from Spider-Man and you're seeing from Venom and who they're looking at. And it's just like, is this where we're at with Marvel? This is meant to be their massive event of 2024. And then Andy sent a message on the chat today with literally 27 comics of tie-ins and stuff like that. If you can't get your head around this, how on earth are Marvel thinking, oh, you know what, well, what we do, look, that's the T-shirt. That looks like something from the film The Fly, Jeff Goldblum's Fly.
That's our Venom. That's the Venom that we've got.
But do you know what really gets me with this? Is I'm sure everyone watching the channel will remember House of M, the original Civil War, Siege. They all were big, epic events that went across most Marvel titles, but you could read the main story and still understand what was going on. Especially Siege was quite hard to follow if you didn't read Thor comics, but when you dropped in, you realize, oh, Norman Osborn's being an asshole, basically. And then you could follow them. There's no way you're going to be able to follow this without having read the Venom comics to know who the fuck Bedlam is. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. A few years ago, when Marvel were bought out by Disney, I remember someone saying to me, "This is it. Marvel's comic books are going to go massively downhill." And I was like, "No, no, have some faith." And actually, I think what's happened is exactly what was said: is that Disney have taken over Marvel. Marvel are more a cash cow for TVs and movies, and the comics are now suffering, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they really are suffering.
Well, can somebody explain to me what the point of the wrestling side of it was?
No idea. I think they're just getting on the bandwagon of do a powerbomb, to be perfectly honest.
There are a lot of comics doing that now. Like literally just for what we do, we're throwing wrestling and then that will tie everything in and everyone will be like, oh, there's wrestling in it. Oh, this must relate. I couldn't get my head around it. And I will go after the show finishes. I will read it again just because I want to punish myself. But yeah, I don't know.
Gluttony punishment.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't know. Andy, I think you were right all them years ago when we first did this show and you introduced killer indies. I think indie is the way forward. There seems to be a lot less legislations that you're able to push the boundaries and do. With Marvel, it just seems literally it's tied from the top, and that's how it is.
Well, it's funny.
But saying that,
go on, Tom.
No, I was going to say, but saying that though, Avengers Twilight was incredible.
Yes. Yeah. See, on one hand, you got amazing, you got Ultimate Spider-Man, and then you got Avengers Twilight, and then you have this.
Sorry,
go on, Andy. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there. Sorry about that.
No, don't be daft. No, I was just going to say, like, it's over the last two or 3 weeks, we've sort of picked quite a lot of non-indie books, and I've been largely disappointing. Like, it's just I just don't get. Like, I was even thinking, you know, I'm over an over 40-year-old guy, you know, reading this book. What about like a kid walking into a comic shop and picking this up? Like, is this what we've got to? Is this what they enjoy? I just don't know.
Well, the chat has gone right. So Fuzzy has said Blood Hunt had 53 books in total from Marvel, right? To read for Blood Hunt time, right? It's ridiculous. Nobody has the time or energy to follow a story that much. They don't learn. People don't enjoy these big event storybooks. They don't. And I think that's why Marvel will always do well in the movies, because they can portray what they're trying to get over a comic, over a 7 or 8 page comic, a 7-issue comic, 53 books in total. Like, who's going to sit down and read that and go, oh, look, I've got this one coming in that ties into that one? But it's ridiculous.
Give me 53 issues, crossovers. If it's a good story, I will follow it. I've done it with Daredevil. You know, I quite like King in Black until it ended horrifically. So if it's a good story, if it's got engaging art, then I will go to any book to read it and pick up the story. But
I mean, Secret Wars was just the one with Doctor Doom, not the original one, the second one with Doctor Doom, where he changes everything with God Doom. That was probably one of the best Marvel events they ever did, in my opinion. But what I was going to say about the whole indies comics and things, you know, when you go into a comic book shop now, or you go, you know, you're new into comic books and you go in, you ask for recommendations about, oh, what should I read? You know, what can I, you know, what's worth picking up? I very much doubt anyone's going to point you in the direction of anything new Marvel. They're either going to point you in the direction of old school Marvel or old school DC, or they're going to point you in the direction of something fresh and new, which is on the indie shelf, which is such a shame. Because Marvel have some of the most wealth of characters that you could really dive into, but it's all previous stuff. Nothing new.
You would hope so. What Ed has said, don't know who drives it, because sometimes they give someone a go and it works. Punisher was great. Chips of Darcy's Daredevil was fantastic. Strange Academy was good. Avengers Twilight, but then some decide to do this. It's shocking, really. It is shocking. Fuzzy has said Nemesis Rogue Gallery. Get on it tomorrow. I'm telling you. I'm doing there's a review going up tomorrow on the channel. It'd be for Mark Miller's Nemesis, to check that out. But yeah, Nemesis is Rogue Gallery. Rogue Gallery is awesome.
Yeah, thanks for tagging us in that, mate. I hadn't even seen it, so I'm going to read that.
Also read Before Black this week, and another intriguing debut issue I'm looking forward to reading. Nice one. Hey pals, hey Connie, how are you doing? You've just jumped into the shit side of the show, where we're talking about how Venom has messed up Marvel and how you could be the owner of a Venom t-shirt if you are Spider-Man and open up a wardrobe. I'm going to talk to it for 24 pages. But anyway, so we have gone from a good comic to a shit comic. Let's now have a look at the YouTube. So we have the killer covers. We've got 16 votes. We've got me and Peter in joint third. You have Andy in second position, and you have Tom in first place.
Woohoo!
It's getting tasty, getting tasty. So now we are moving on to the killer indie picks for August 24th. These are the indie picks that we have chosen to come out next week. Up first, no,
was my pick. I went for Standstill issue number 1, written by Lee Luffridge and artwork by Andrew Robinson. This is coming out from Image Comics. Meet Riker Rule, an enigmatic, lecherous, and clinically insane sociopath who has stolen a top secret device that can freeze time. Now, as the bodies of world leaders pile up, famous works of art go missing, and other strange crimes dominate the headlines, only the device's creator, a run-of-the-mill science geek, knows what's happening and sets out to stop Riker's seemingly endless revenge tour. If you could stop time, what would you do? Bum, bum, bum.
I'd sleep.
Trade them in for this.
Yeah, definitely. When you put this up, I kind of looked into it, and it's definitely one that I'm up for. Definitely.
If the interior artwork is as good as the cover, I'm in. I'm all in. I love this kind of ABC Warrior style Judge Dredd artwork where it's painted. I love it. I think it's great. It's good stuff.
Fuzzy's got this ordered, and here we go. Best dressed host award goes to Andrew. There we go. Congratulations on your little side hustle, James.
Yeah, man.
To you, mate. Massive shout out how you can do such fine work with them big hands of yours.
Wow.
Yes, so
those big hands of yours.
There was nothing scary about that. Click that, boys and girls.
Standstill issue number 1. Up next, this is your pick. Tom.
Yes, so I've gone for Mark Millar's Nightclub Volume 2. So this is the second part of the Nightclub. The award-winning Mark Millar is back. And this is basically following on from the last one, apart from the fact that they all fell out. And Sam is never going to be able to forgive Danny for stealing his girl. So is he about to start his own vampire cult on his own? Should be a good one, this one. Have you guys read the first series of
Yes,
Nightclub?
loved it. Absolutely loved
too.
it. And then when they appeared in his crossover event, I thought that was great as well.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, Nightclub. They're good. Yeah, I think they're wicked. Really, really like it. So yes, you're right, this one. Little pat on the back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good. Looks good.
I've gone for Cult of the Lamb issue number 3, written by Alex Panadel and the art by Troy Little. So if you are a computer gamer like myself, you will know that this is a computer game. It's a fantastic computer game, and it kind of tells the story of a in a land of pervaded by cruelty and evil, the most innocent among us, young lamb, the last of their kind, was selected to become a final dark sacrifice. So that's how the game starts. The game, you kind of tell this tale, and you kind of find your way out as a little lamb. Issue number 3, however, things are rough at the cult. Followers are starving and wallowing in filth, and dissent grows louder in their minds. But when Lamb returns to the Darkwood to find food and plunder for their growing flock, a nigh deadly encounter with Leshy sends them home to shocked and disheartened followers. To protect the cult, Lamb must embrace the true power of rituals of the Red Crown before it's too late. Can the Lamb survive? It might sound like a kid's comic, but the artwork is amazing. The computer game's pretty good. And I've read issue number 1, and I need to catch up on issue number 2. But I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this. Have any of you?
It sounds good. No,
good.
I've not read it, but I was just listening as I was taking my jumper off. I was just listening to your review. It sounds really good, to be fair. I think I might have to try it.
There we go.
I've heard of Alex Pacaneldi, though.
Pacaneldi, yeah. James has said, my big hands have a lot of experience of handling small things. Okay, fair enough. And Fuzzy has said, I bought issue number 1 of this. It wasn't for me. Yeah, I think it's a selective taste. Andy, do you reckon you could be Cult of the Lamb? Do you reckon you could read this?
Listen, no disrespect, Charlie. Like, I trust Fuzzy's judgment when it comes to these sorts of things, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's all fair enough. Now we're on to killer trades and hardcovers. Yes, this is the bish bash bosh of the show. Up first, Book of...
Guys, I really can go one show without mentioning my favorite comic creator. This is Book of Evil. Anybody who has been watching the show quite regularly will remember when this was out on digital format through Comixology. And I was reading every single issue and raving about it, and was trying to push as many people to go and give it a read. I love this story. It is absolutely superb. It kind of a sort of blends. It's almost like it feels like a novel the way that it's written.
Yeah.
And the synopsis for it is: imagine that from tomorrow morning onwards, nearly every baby born into the world is a future psychopath. There is no answer as to why the change is happening. Is the human evolution or devolution an uncurable virus or some kind? Regardless, just like that, the new normal is psychopathy. Psychopathy, is that a word? 50 years in the future for psychopathy.
Are you having a stroke, Andy? It's normally me.
I think I might be.
You're right, mate.
I'm reading the word here, and it's psychopathy.
Psychopathy.
I can't spell.
Psychopathy. Psychopathy.
Chat, help, please.
Have a cup of coffee. Psychopathic coffee. Sip of coffee. Sip of
Go
coffee.
buy this book. It's great, fantastic. Scott Snyder's
more like Words of Evil.
Scott Snyder's doing the writing, Jock's doing the artwork. Psychopathy. Yeah. No.
Psychopathy.
Sip of coffee. Sip of coffee. Tom, it seems sip of coffee.
I should have really practiced this before.
Sounds Italian. Sip of coffee.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up. I might not be able to read any words in it, but it should be.
No thanks.
A good pickup. Yeah, I remember getting a post of this at Football in 2021, and Jock and Snyder.
Yeah, I think I got one as well, to be fair.
Yeah, the red one.
Scott Snyder and Jock are just going, thanks for selling that for us, Andy.
Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, Book of Evil, Word of Evil, pick it up, can't read it. Enough said. I've gone for Zorro, Man of the Dead. This is Sean Murphy on the art and the writing as well. Obviously, I think Peter and me had been reading this, and I said to Peter, I never thought I'd read a Zorro book I enjoyed as much as I did. This is massive, aka Whatnot Publishing. So if you don't let your LCS know that you want to pick up, you might find it hard to come by, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. Like, I've enjoyed Sean Murphy's like White Knight stories. I like his art, I like his writing, so this for me was a no-brainer. It's a really, really cool story as well. It tells us a Zorro story the way that I think it should have been told in comic form, and I think it does really, really well. Have any of you guys read this?
I think I read issue 1. I think it was pretty good, but I can't remember picking up any other than that.
Any psychopathy in it?
Psychopathy. It doesn't sound right. Fuck me. We got to get off this. This is 20 minutes of the show just going psychopathy.
Psychopathy.
Well, anyway, yeah, it's all right. Man of the Dead. Sean Murphy on the art. Sean Murphy on the writing. Pick it up. $16.99. Bosh. Oh, Lady Cable.
So I've gone for Cable. United We Fall. This is a tie-in with the most recent X-Men run, but it is actually a really good book. It's mostly about Cable having to fight the cyber wars in the background, trying to stop Orochi taking over. Inevitably, that happens, but it's a really good book because you get Cable versus young Cable, and then you get I think it's Scythe. I want to say Scythe is the evil version of Cable. So it's almost like the Cable verse coming together against each other. It's quite a good book. Quite a good read. I would definitely recommend it.
I might be really stupid, but I only realised that Cable was the son of Cyclops when I was watching the new X-Men 97 animated TV series.
You didn't know it was Nathan Summers?
Didn't have a clue.
Easily done, mate. To be fair, it's never really fully explained.
Why is his head so small?
Because his body's fucking massive.
Okay. So he's got.
Are we talking about Tom?
Has he got Tom? Yeah. He's got Tom Malenitis, has he?
Yes, he has.
Right, cool. Cable, United, We Fall. I don't know if Cable's ever been a character that I've ever got into. Like, I don't know enough about him to want to think, oh yeah, do you know what? I want to read him.
So, recommendation, massive recommendation. Cable as on the whole is not great. I don't think he's got the best track history with his books. The Daniel Warren Johnson Cable run is really good. However, recommendation, if you read Cable Deadpool, that's where I fell in love with both characters. It is well worth reading as a series. The Cable Deadpool series. It was so good. Very much recommend that one.
I shall give it a read. I shall give it a read. Written by Frank Nikieza and art is various. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Coolio. So we are now at final order cut-off. It's normally the top 4, but Pete is off sunning himself and drinking pita coladas and banana raspberries or whatever you want to say, and he's just he's probably just Rasputin. That's right. Yeah, Rasputin.
And psychopathy.
Our conversation
are you guys
at
having a
Full
stroke?
Bubble. Our conversation at Full Bubble after we've had a couple of beers is going to be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So yes, this is the final order cut-off top 3. Now, obviously, the final order cut-off top 3 is a date retailers must submit their orders before publishers set their print runs. Orders must be placed before 9 p.m. each Sunday, or they may be cancelled. Like this show will be after we've just demolished. There we go. Right. So up first, look at this. Look at this.
Fuzzy, calm yourself. This is absolute cover pick fire. This is Spirits of Vengeance issue number 1. And writer, artist don't really care. This is all cover art, Skottie Young. This is a beauty, an absolute beauty. One of the top Skottie Young covers that I've seen. I think it's fantastic, and I may have ordered quite a few.
Was this one of the big Marvel that he did, or is this not? Is this different?
This is completely separate. Yeah, that's all done now. The big Marvel stuff. So this is completely different now. This is just a single issue. Yeah,
no, this is it. I've ordered this as well. This is a sublime, well picked. And what you can do if you're new to the chat, you can scan that QR code and it will take you to that page, and you will have 5 or 6 million options of how you can buy this comic, how you can get it slabbed, how you can get it raw, how you can get it picked as you like. So head over to Slab Crusaders for that one. Fuzzy, it's like you read Tom's mind.
Yeah. So I've gone for the missionary.
Funagi.
I have. And I've gone for the Skottie Young cover. It's like a Skottie Young takeover this week. Yeah, I saw this, thought it was stunning. I really want to pick this up. It's brand spanking new by Ryan Stegman. It's his first kind of crack being with Distillery. So looking forward to reading this. Artwork by Jason Howard. So yeah, it should be a good one, to be fair. And it's apparently supposed to be a horror book of the ages. So interesting. Now that I've got into the horror books because of you losers, I will be reading it, I believe.
This just looks awesome. Like this, I think this is one of my favorite Skottie Young covers. I think it just looks blinding. Like it looks so good. It really, really does. So yeah, I've picked up this, and I've picked up. I'm going to pick up 2 of these, and then the Ghost Spirit of Vengeance as well.
I think I'll go for the 9.8 at least guarantee on this one, because obviously because it's one of those sort of wraparound covers, this would just look great, back and front. So
yeah,
all over this one.
You look great back and front.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna a ding dong on that one. Right, and then I've gone for X-Men 4, the J. Scott Campbell. This is I'm just collecting all of these, and this just looks sublime. This is awesome. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. J. Scott Campbell is amazing. Like when SDCC was on and he was doing his eBay live show, like I was sitting there and I was like, finally, it's a bidding show that I can sit there and know that my wallet is safe, because this stuff was going, I think in about 30 seconds, it just literally shot up from like $1 up to about $350. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, these are going to look wicked, and all the colours as well. All 4 of them together will look amazing.
He's such a nice guy as well.
Yeah,
that barcode in the bottom left-hand side kind of ruins this one a little bit for me. It's so distracting from the main image.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing. And I don't think they've done it. On the one that I picked, the Magic cover, I don't think they did it, did they? No, they didn't.
I don't think that Magic is a final cover shown, if you get my drift, because there's no Marvel issue number on it.
Right, okay.
Whereas that one's got an issue number on it.
But yeah, that just looks... Why would you do that? Right. Because it was
I guess
interesting.
that's why he's done the Virgins.
But the thing is, it was interesting because he was saying that he gets to pick where he would normally put the logos and stuff. But I guess, like, why can't we just go back to putting the barcodes on the back of the comics?
Because all the people that like to scan them into CLZ would kick off about it.
Yeah, well then, put your bags and balls on the front, or get your clear backing balls. Yeah, problem solved. Yeah.
Problem solved.
In my day.
During the war, there we go. But yeah, X-Men 4, there we go. And then the sneak peeks for next week. These are the 4 comics that we picked. They'll go from the community tab either tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully, we've got better pickings than the abysmal one that we picked this week. Up first,
I went for Werewolf by Night issue number 1. I'm not even going to start to read the synopsis about this because I'm sure there'll be big words that I can't read out loud. But just know that this book is polybagged, apparently for its own protection.
nice,
So, intriguing.
nice. What have you gone for, Tom?
So I've gone for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Night Watcher. So basically, this character made his debut in the Free Comic Book Day Ninja Turtles. We don't know who the Night Thrasher is. We don't know whether Night Watcher. We don't know whether it's one of the actual turtles or whether it's a new character entirely. But this is a series is going to be following this character as it kind of stops all the murders and investigations into Mutant Kingdom. So it's well worth, I think, reading this one. Hopefully, it's not going to be someone we already know, and it might be a brand new character. That would be really cool. But it is definitely going to end up being one of the turtles, isn't it? So
yeah, I think so. Definitely. I've gone for Guardian issue number 5. I'm loving this. I really honestly still don't know how I didn't read the first arc of it. I don't have a clue. But this Red Coat, they're all amazing. They're all bloody wicked and absolutely.
Yeah, Rook is definitely one of my favourite books.
Is wicked. So yes, I've gone for this, and then because Peter was on holiday, he did mention. I think he mentioned a couple of weeks ago that Johnny Quest. I think he picked one of them for his FOC, or he picked him for his indie pick. Johnny Quest. I've gone for that because it came out on Free Comic Book Day. It was a wicked read, and I thought, why not relive our childhood with a little bit of Johnny Quest? Did any of you watch Johnny Quest when you were kids?
I think so. Can't remember though.
No. To Mega Theron, thank you very much for joining. It's probably Jenica. I was going to say that. I was actually going to say it's probably Jenica.
It probably is, which would be really annoying. But that also makes her a little bit more relevant, in all fairness.
Yes, it does. Fuzzy
has cool character, but then became very irrelevant.
Fuzzy said they're doing a red band version and a normal version of Werewolf. Yeah, they did a red band version of that that Marvel comic that's just been and gone. What was it? I don't know what it was. With the 53 pages. 53
Blood Hunt.
Yeah, Blood Hunt, that's the one. And then he's also said it's not a brand new character. He was in it years ago. He was in years ago. Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, cool. So yeah, so that's that. So they're the 4 comics. Hopefully we'll put them up tonight, and hopefully 2 decent ones get chosen. It's all down to you guys. So if you pick them and you want us to read, then pick the right one. So the Killer Cover scoreboard. Right. So let's head over in. The vote is finished, and is it gone? Right, so in last place is me with 14%. In third place is Peter with 23%. With Andy in second place with 28%, and the winner is Tom with 33%. Tom, so well done.
Yes. What about the community tab? Did anyone win on that one?
On the community tab, let's have a look.
Peter won that one, didn't he?
I'm not actually so sure.
More prime.
Tom, you got 50% of the votes.
Oh, nice.
Andy and Peter got 15% of the votes, and I got 20% of the votes. So yes, you still won. You still won that. Yes, so you still won that. So, but I think I actually won that because I got a comment on my cover. So I think a comment adds 60%.
What was the comment? Tom's
it was from
covers better than yours.
It was from Comic Lad Simon. It said Campbell all the way. There you go. Here we go. Look, Charlie was robbed. Hip hip hooray, Tom. There we go. So you get another scoreboard. You get another score on the door. George draws, and then you can also follow us over on the socials. We'll be adding this live to the website next week, so you can all kind of jump on board and post your reviews and stuff like that. You can find us over on Instagram, Twitter. I don't think anyone uses X anymore, do they, Andy?
Nah, we certainly don't.
Certainly don't. And then we've got YouTube royalty. You can find him over at Triple G, youtube.com. Even though he's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, he's still posting content. There is no bounds that you can hold Peter back and he won't post content. So yes. So, should we go to the pickups, lads? Anyone got any sexy pickups in the show?
I only have one
Oh.
pickup.
You feeling all right, mate?
No, it's. I know. So this was picked up on Whatnot, and this beauty, couldn't resist it. Little Batman.
That is
number.
cool, man.
Couldn't tell you much about it. I just saw it, picked it up, boom, done. And that was the only comic pickup that I got for this week.
Tom, did you get anything?
I did. I got a few little bits. So I got a couple of Transformer books to go to my ongoing new original Marvel Transformers collection. So I got issue 2.
Oh, nice.
It's quite cool. But I didn't realize how badly drawn Megatron was on this from back in the day.
What?
I mean, that would definitely qualify for My Eyes, surely.
Oh,
Look at that jaw.
Look, oh god.
Oh.
Who did the art
Christ.
on that?
I can't remember at the top of my head, mate, to be honest with you.
A 4-year-old by the looks of it.
Burn Squiz, whatever his name is. I've got issue 3 as well. So that's the first appearance of Spider-Man within a Transformer comic.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's quite a good one. And then I got issue 4 was the next one. Again, not very well drawn on the cover. I mean, Optimus Prime looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old.
This is a mini series, isn't it, Tom? Yeah.
No, this is the original series,
Oh, is it? Okay.
which is I think 82 books. But I'm trying to collect. So if anyone in the chat has got any of the original UK magazines, I'm not really bothered about condition as long as I can read the book. Let me know, because I'm trying to put them all together because I'd like to read them to my nephew and go through them with him. So it doesn't really matter about condition. They could be absolutely knackered. But yeah, as long as I've got the full story, I'd like to be able to read them to him. And then finally...
Can you show me issue 2 again, Tom?
Issue 2, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's definitely the mini series, isn't it? That's the 4-issue series.
No,
It
man.
says at the top.
It says at the top.
Says at the top.
Oh, yeah, it does. Sorry, my bad. I've got the other one, though.
'Cause I was like, I've never seen that covered in the big run that you were talking about there.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a variant or something.
Ah. That's squandered me because that was not sold to me as the mini-series. I didn't read that.
Oh, no.
But also got the Wolverine Deadpool
Oh, nice.
vinyl album to add to my vinyl collection. And
Yeah,
then
I see
it's
that. That
absolutely
looks
stunning.
cool. Yeah, that look
I don't know
wicked.
if I've shown you the actual vinyls themselves. They're
So the
absolutely
red and
stunning.
the... Oh, man, they're sick.
yes.
They're cool.
They are
And it's
cool.
got the soundtracks from the film.
Yeah, so all the soundtracks. So you've got like NSYNC and all that crap on it, but I just got them because I like the look of them, to be fair. Because why would you not buy things because you like the look of them?
Yeah, that's cool.
Tom, is it fair to say that you have a plan?
I may just have a plan, Andy, yes. There is a future display in my head because I've also bought the Art of book, and I may or may not invest or have invested in the Hot Toys.
See, he said it really quickly there so that Charlotte couldn't hear.
Mhm.
But obviously she sits down tomorrow and watches the rewind.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Forgot about the rewind.
Yeah.
Edit.
Yeah. Quick. Change it all. Turn me off.
No, but if you're gonna get into Hot Toys, I think they're two characters that you is quality to start with. So yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, definitely, mate.
So,
What have you got, Charlie? What did you get?
I've only picked up one thing, and I've got this.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It is Once Upon a Time, a tornado brought as was now an earthquake sends Dorothy on her latest greatest adventure. Written by L. Frank Baum, and the art is by none other than Skottie Young. So yes, I'll wait for that.
Some of the covers for the original series, and that's remember when we've done this Scott Young profile.
Yeah.
Some of those are really sought after.
Yeah.
For I think there's a second print in particular.
Yeah. And then I'm waiting for my Wolverine Hono Studios 6 scale figure to arrive. Mine was on the second shipment. I think Peter was on the first. Mine was on the second or third. So hopefully it should be within the next couple of weeks. Fingers crossed.
Who? Sorry.
Wolverine.
Oh yeah. I ordered that as well. I have no idea
Yeah.
what shipment mine is on.
Yeah, I just messaged him because I didn't have anything, and then he messaged back and was like, "Yeah, it's on the Yours was on like the second or third shipment, so as soon as it comes through, we'll let you know. You just pay for balance. So looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get the Deadpool 6-scale figure because it looks wicked. I see a review on in YouTube the other day, and the gold guns,
that's the deluxe version, isn't it?
Yeah,
The 2 gold guns.
it looks amazing. Yeah, and the fact that it's got Smile on it and like time for Betty bars and stuff, it just looks wicked. So yeah,
Nice.
but yeah, another week done. Another week over. We shall be back with more content throughout the week with some reviews. Head over to the website again if you want to post your own reviews on there. Give Andy a direct message and he will set you up with the login details. And then we shall see you next week, same time, same place for more hip hop hooray reviews.
Woo!
Have a good weekend, guys. See you later.
Stay safe.
See you guys. Bye.
Peace.